Hello my friends, how are you today? It is about 10:20 in the morning. I'm heading towards downtown Austin to visit the Indian dealership, which is run by RideNow Powersports, and they have the demo truck there today, so there's a bunch of Indians for everyone to try out and see if they like them. In the past I've test rode quite a few. I've done the I think it's the FTR, I believe it's called. I've test rode that. I did the Sport Chief and the Scout 101, the new one. I'll put the link for that up here, wherever that is, if you want to check out those. So I'm probably not going to test ride those bikes today because I just did that last year, or maybe even the beginning of this year. I can't remember when that was. So today I'm just going to go check it out, maybe talk to a few people, and perhaps test ride one of their big chariots, one of their big bagger bikes. I'm not a big bagger guy, but vultures. Got a deer. Those are dangerous. I've had two friends now get hit by vultures. Like when you pull up on them like that while they're on the side of the road eating, they're kind of sketchy around people, or they like to avoid people and other things as much as possible. So they get scared and then they jump up in the air and try to fly away, and they're so big it takes them a while to catch some air and get up there. And if they fly into the road, they fly right into you. So I've had two friends now get hit by those birds, and one of my friends, his whole front end got trashed. Luckily both times the people didn't get hurt, but no fun wrecking your bike and hitting a big bird like that. Those things are huge. They have like a 6-foot wingspan. Alright, well that's enough about vultures. So I got about a 15-minute ride, or 12, let's see, yeah, about 15 minutes or so before I get to the dealership. So I'll touch base with you when I get there, and that's it. See you in a bit. Okay, folks, we're coming up here on the dealership, and it looks like there's a ride coming in right now. There's a bunch of guys right here in front of us test riding. Here's the dealership on the right hand side. Okay, let's see. Right, I see the truck is up front there. Alright friends, we're here at the dealership. Just parked the bike right there behind me. Ba-ba-ba. What a good looking bike that is, man. Yoo-wee! Alright, so I'm gonna go head up front here, just see what's up. Okay, so I'm gonna ride this big hog right here. This is the Chieftain Power Plus Limited. Question: where's the for the modes?
Here's your power right here.
Yep.
You'll see things light up. You got a neutral indicator there in both spots. That's your kill switch right there, and that's your start.
Okay.
Do something with your wind. That's right there.
Okay.
About 4.5 inches of travel. Turn signals right here.
Yep.
That's not your right turn signal. That's your cruise control. Okay.
Okay.
Button on the back side of the switch cube on the left. That will scroll through your screens. Ride modes. Tap the Indian logo. She drops down. You have range, standard, and sport. Since you're asking about it, I figure you want sport.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So I don't know if you heard that, but that was our quick introduction.
Both these scouts, your power's on your left.
So heave that guy up there.
You'll see things light up here. You'll see it.
So this has got forward controls on it, which I'm not used to.
Ready to start it.
but they're very big. So I think they're hard to miss. Not sure how much of the road you're going to be able to see on this, because this is in our way here. So again, this is the Chieftain Power Plus Limited, the 112 cubic inch engine. Seats pretty low, like most cruisers. On flat footing, no problem. Alright, so first off, I can reach the shifter, but just barely with my little stubby legs. I'm 5'9" or 5'8". I'm just adding measurements to myself here. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this windshield up to help with the wind noise for you. But that gives me a little bit of head buffeting though, so I don't know, somewhere in the middle. First impressions, ergonomics is very nice, as I expected it to be. The seat is very comfortable. Seat is definitely very comfortable. Hand position for me is like perfect. I don't think I'd really have to change these. And forward controls for me, just a little bit, I can reach them, not a big deal, but I think for my little legs it'd be nicer to be back a little bit. Yeah, this I can't keep this windscreen up, unfortunately. It's killing my helmet. Well, that's helpful, because this bike doesn't have auto shut-off blinkers. The guy just reminded me to shut them off. So I'm used to the auto shut-off on my Beamer. So yeah, with the windscreen down like this, it's not a big deal, the wind. I'm assuming this has stock pipes on it. Sounds pretty good though. Of course, I'd get aftermarkets for it to give it a bit of a more of a grumble. But yeah, this is the first impressions you get on these if you're used to riding a sport bike or naked bike or any other kind of bike. When you get on a bagger, it's just like, all right, I'm in the recliner now. I am so comfortable. I'm ready to munch many a mile on the highway. See, even stock pipes sound pretty good. Hopefully you can hear that. Okay. But yeah, I've been on many trips where I've gone out 3, 4, or 5 hours away from home and had some fun, and then on the way home just kind of wished I had a bagger just for the rest of the way home. It'd be nice and comfortable. I haven't really had to stomp on the brakes or anything, but let's see. They seem adequate. These big baggers are usually 800 to 900 pounds. It's amazing when you get on them and you start rolling, you just don't feel it. This is, of course, the unfixed fairing. This is would be similar to something like a Harley Street Glide, the Chieftain Power Plus. stops for me to get used to the floorboards and putting my feet out in front of me. Yeah, for this windscreen, I'd like it to be able to go up, but I think I'd have to get an aftermarket windscreen with some kind of lip on it or something to throw the wind up higher over my head. Because at the when you bring it up, it just buffets the crap out of my helmet. I have it in sport mode. Hopefully you saw that earlier before I left. The gentleman helped me put it in sport mode, which is full access to the throttle. And V-twins are typically pretty torquey. Got a lot of low end. A lot of low end, some mid-range. Up here we might be able to get a little bit of a straightaway, so we can get on the throttle just a little bit. But I would imagine in sport mode it's going to be, give you some torque, some grunt. And so far the suspension has been great. I haven't, we're not on a really bumpy road, but I haven't really felt much of anything. Is trying out the Scout 101 to see how nimble it is. And this is I got people right behind me, so I don't do too much, but I can feel that it's quite flickable for such a big bike. I'm just putting in a tiny little effort and it just kind of tips over, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, and we're going over some little kind of bumps right now. Again, not a big deal. Really nice, smooth ride. And this one has, from what I'm told, and I saw the back of it, it's got a black box in the back, and that's kind of all the rider assist kind of radar stuff. So it does some blind spot monitoring. So if someone is coming up on the highway on your blind spot, it'll tell you. And it also will tell you if someone's coming up too quick on you from behind, hopefully to stop a rear end collision. On front they don't have the radar yet for the adaptive cruise control, but I think I saw online or somewhere, or somebody told me that Indian has working on a patent. They're going to have the front radar positioned behind the front headlight, which is interesting because then you won't see it. Most bikes, including BMWs that do have those, they usually have to rearrange or come out with a new headlight to make room for that black box. So when riding this V-twin, when it has this low end torque, I like to keep it in lower gears so it always has some power. Of course, you can ride it in a higher gear. Like right now, I'm in third. I can be in fourth, but if you twist on the throttle, there's not going to be a whole lot there compared to third gear. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Okay, I purposely went over that bump there. There was a deep manhole. Ate it right up. There you go, a little grunt. Clutch is pretty light. It's not too heavy. Some of these cruisers, the pulling the clutch lever in is like like working out. But since it's a very big clutch lever for my hand, but it's comfortable. Infotainment system's right there. Everything's very clear. The digital portion of it right here is nice and clear. We're in the sunshine, as you can see. Got fuel gauge. So it looks like this is a 189-mile range, and it's almost full. So I would imagine it probably has around 200, 220, depending on how you ride. Okay, so we're going back. That was a very quick ride. but very comfortable ride, I must say. Okay, now the trick is finding the, oh, that was easy. Alright, so that was the Indian Chieftain Power Plus Limited. 112cc engine, rider assist power band audio. It's got 103, well, it's 126 horsepower, 133 foot-pounds of torque. It's got ride command with ride command, I don't know, it's kind of redundant. Traffic and weather overlays and navigation, Apple CarPlay, amazing. I wish BMW would include that in their future bikes. Smart lean technology with Bosch 6-axis IMU, dynamic traction and ABS with cornering and drag torque control, blind spot rear collision as I mentioned, and tailgate warning lights, bike hold control. So typically that's like on a hill or something, I would imagine. It holds your bike in place while you're sitting there. Electronically linked brakes, premium 400-watt audio system with Bluetooth, premium chrome finishes, engine badging, and black dash 19-inch sport contrast cut wheel, lit from fender, headdress, and puddle lights, 6-gallon tank, 808 pounds as shipped. Here's the different prices for the colors: black metallic, sunset red metallic, heavy metal. So anywhere from 31 to about 32,500, plus taxes, fees, and all that other stuff. So there you go. There was the Chieftain Power Plus. Very nice, very comfortable. I love having this right here. Kind of push you back in a seat. Got the bags here, top loading, got your speakers in there. That's a decent size. So you can get some bag liners as well if you want. I really like top loading. Those side bags, like on the BMW bikes that come, when you open them, they flop open, and if you don't have everything secured in there, it just falls all over the place. Let's see this side. Same thing. Okay, now we're doing the Indian Challenger Darkhorse. Alright, let's get the power button. Okay, it's in sport. Okay, let's get this puppy started. Okay, this is basically the same setup. Get my helmet on here. Okay, yeah, basically the same setup. This is fixed fairing though, so you see the fairing is fixed to the bike. Same motor. All this is pretty much the same here. Similar pricing too. This one I think is a little bit more with this moss green smoke, and frost silver smoke is 33,500. I think the other one was 32.5 if I'm not mistaken, but who knows. And this one has the radar on it as well. Here you see the tailgate warning, blind spot warning, and bike hold control. Color on this looks pretty good. And these are central. I was just talking to the instructor. He's got one of these, and so there's central locking, which also locks the gas cap. And if you double tap the fob, if you have it, it sets the alarm for you. So that's pretty cool. We got an outlet here, I assume. Yeah, I think it's a SAE cable. Got some little compartments here on either side. So let's try this windshield, see if it's any better. Yeah, this one doesn't, there's no buffeting on this one. So that's a good difference. Motor is pretty much the same, so I'm not expecting any kind of changes there. I'm the last in line. The other guys got cut off, I think, from behind me. But yeah, this, as you can see, this thing just a little bit of effort, and it flicks around back and forth. Oh, I love being the last in line here. This is great. Nice pickup on the low end there. This comes with this massive stereo system. I don't listen to tunes on the outside of a bike. I don't think I would do that. I have the setup in my helmet, but who knows? Maybe. Yeah, I was just talking to the instructor that is guiding this. He has an Indian for his personal bike, but I asked him. I said, "Why did you buy this over a Harley?" And he just simply said, because it came with all the things that I wanted and have, should have already been on the bike. Suspension, inverted forks, Fox back end. But yeah, he said, for the you get more bang for your buck with the Indian. And he bought that up in Sturgis and rode it all the way back here to Texas. And he said that was one of the most fun rides he's ever had, until he got to Texas and it was triple digits. But yeah, I could imagine, again, just like the previous ride, this is just so comfortable. Feet are comfortable, my butt's comfortable, arms are comfortable. Again, this the positioning of these bars. I think maybe I'd have to move these a little bit or get some kind of different bar setup, because they're comfortable, but I think I would line them a little bit higher. Definitely a little bit higher would be perfect. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to really stomp on these brakes, nor do I want to, but like I said, they seem adequate. Yeah, listen to that. Nice. So you can imagine what this would sound like with aftermarket pipes on it. Yeah, I wonder, I'm going to have to ask them. I wonder if there is some aftermarket or adjustability for these controls, because I can reach them, but I could already tell that if I was on a long ride and my hip started, getting a cramp or something, reaching forward with my stubby legs would be a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, this bike is just, it's very similar to the feel in terms of the suspension and ride that I felt when I rode the K1600 bagger. Just so soft, like you're on a cloud. Seating position is much different though, obviously, because K bike is a little bit more sporty than this, and it's an inline 6. It's a totally different engine. I'm gonna leave my visor open for the rest of this ride. Excuse me. Put my sun visor down, and I'm gonna see if this windscreen allows the audio to come through to you nice and clear once we get going. Oh, there's the fire truck. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. Very impressed. Listen to that motor. Sounds nice. Everything is the same on this bike pretty much. Just the handlebars are a little bit different feel, but the suspension's great, power is great. Seat, brake, same feeling. The only one difference I see is this this windscreen is better. It's totally cut the wind off. And no head buffeting whatsoever. I just burned out a little bit there. I was on top of a big section of the road where they put that goopy stuff. We call them street snakes. It was a little slippery, and I just kind of gave it a little gas to take off, and I could feel the back end spin a little bit. I'm a hooligan. All right, pulling back in here. What a fun ride. Very comfortable. Great bike. I think I would do this one because I just like this fixed fairing and the windscreen. Let me put the screen back down. All right. Yeah, feeling a little bit of heat now. Just getting warmer. All right, well then again, it was the Indian Challenger Darkhorse 112cc. All the same things that the other one had. Same stereo. Let's see, 19-inch sport contrast cut wheel. Yeah, I think it's all the same pretty much. I'm going to take a look at Scott, the leader that's kind of chaperoning us. He's got the Challenger, and he's got some aftermarket pipes on. Let's go check it out and see what it sounds like. What was that called again?
Masani Road Rage.
Ah, okay. Sounds nice. Sounds like when you don't want it to be too loud, it'd be a little muffled, and when you want it to be loud, you crank on it.
Yeah, that's what I like about it is when you're out there riding, if you're just...
Yeah. That's not going to make your neighbors angry.
No, I try to, but no, it doesn't. And I can keep it just in a lower RPM and nice and smooth, quiet, but then when I open it up, it lets you know it has a good mark.
Yeah, that's nice. Alright, so there it is. That's the bike I just rode. The Challenger Darkhorse. I like this one better just because of the windscreen and the fixed fairing. I enjoyed that better. I'm just used to fixed fairing. And then this is the other one I rode earlier. This is the Chieftain Power Plus. Good looking bike. I gotta say, I kind of like the way the Chieftain looks with the detached fairing compared to the, I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up, but because I like the behind the bars look of the fixed fairing and the nice windscreen, I would go with this one. But they're both pretty much the same other than that. Nice riding bikes, comfortable. A lot of nice down low torque. Suspension was fun. Inverted forks. And this one has the little passenger backrest, which the other one doesn't, but I don't ride 2-up right now, so not a big deal. Well, thank you, Indian Motorcycles and RideNow Powersport. That was fun. Very nice bikes. All right, guys, well, that's it. Thanks for joining me. Excuse the helmet hair here, but this is it from RideNow Powersports doing the Indian Motorcycle Demo Day. Had a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed that. And please subscribe, thumbs up, all that great stuff. And I will see you next time. Later.